I recently took a trip down to the big city of Toronto, Canada, because there's not much to do besides that in Ontario. Last week I booked a hotel room for a night, bought myself a train ticket, and then left the next day with only $100 in my bank account. Every once in a while I like being surrounded by towering skyscrapers and bougie overpriced stores because it always inspires me to want more. I realize that sounds a little materialistic, but it reminds me to not be complacent with where I'm at in life. And because I've dropped out of school only a few weeks earlier, I've been kinda stressing about what's to come next for me. Will I be able to make a good living without a degree? Did I make the right choice to pursue my ambitions? Or am I actually just fucking retarded for thinking the way I think? This Toronto trip was supposed to get my mind off things, but instead it just made me realize how much more work I gotta do. Over the last 2 years I've been on my own trying to support myself without the help of my family or anyone I grew up with, and so far I've only managed to barely scrape by. I'm constantly broke, I can't afford the luxuries of going out or nothing, and it seems like there's always another problem to be stressing over. I can't even go out and enjoy myself anymore without worrying about how much I'm spending, and there's always that thought that I could be doing something worth my time rather than just chilling with my homies. And sometimes you just get overwhelmed with all the stuff that you have to do that you end up doing nothing at all. Isn't that crazy, or am I the only one? This causes a loop because now there's more stuff piling up, and that increasing feeling of laziness makes you just want to retreat to weed and your bed. But I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, even though that's exactly how I'm coming off, because I think I've done pretty well for myself. But while in Toronto, I was just walking around downtown, observing the city going about its daily routine, and hoping I'd catch Drake on the CN Tower.
Jeez Louise, man.
The city is just constantly going. There's people everywhere scrambling to where they need to be, homeless people either begging on the street corner or geeking out on crack, and those rich kids cruising down the road in their convertibles. All I'm really doing is just taking everything in, and as I'm doing so, I'm lost in the crowd. With a mixture of tall buildings and a horde of people on the street, I felt small and insignificant. I was just another faceless nobody in this enormous city. This made me realize that, man, it's not that serious, bro. We're all just kinda here, all lost in the crowd. Nobody really gives a shit about you. You're just another NPC passing by. It seems kinda obvious, but I think it's something a lot of us aren't actively aware of. We're so caught up in our own lives and our own problems that we forget other people exist just as we do. Today, your problems may seem like it's the end of the world, but to someone else, it's just another Monday. It's not all about you. Going beyond these massive structures, you come to find that in the grand scheme of the universe, we're all just insignificant beings from some planet. Everything we do ultimately means nothing. We're just another blip in this human timeline, just another dot in this universe. And worrying too much over what this person thinks of you or what this guy might say is just dumb. It's not that serious, bro. I'm not trying to make your problems seem like they don't matter, but instead we just gotta realize that we're all in this together as humans. We all have our own journey that we have to go through, but you're not as unique as you may think. We all mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, but that's not a bad thing. Matter of fact, I think that's a great thing, and it should relieve you of your stress knowing that we're all going to die one day, because we've been given one life. We should use our time here to simply live and enjoy being alive. You should be able to chase your ambitions and do what makes you happy, because life is meant to be lived. So while right now your problems may seem like the worst thing to ever happen to you, it will pass like everything else, and nobody besides you is going to remember it. You're allowed to feel the way you feel, but don't let that stop you from enjoying the simple things in life. It's not that serious, bro.